New at 6, we're of course well into football season, but one topic surrounding the sport that's on people's minds year-round is head injuries.
WAY 31 sports director Lyndon Blake digs deeper into how concussions are affecting football numbers locally and what's being done to make the game safer.
Yet with football being a contact sport, injuries are inevitable. But when injuries start to affect the brain, that's a whole nother ballgame.
I have heard across the country that there has been a decline in football participation because of head injury.
This is the reality for many football teams as more studies emerge showing the effects concussions and hard hits have on the brain.
Concussion is some kind of a brain injury. It could be something as minor as it just shifts around inside your skull and doesn't bump into anything, to something as severe as some intracranial bleeding.
You think about it every time they get on the field, the possibility of an injury and a serious injury at that.
But youth football coach Greg Parker firmly believes the game is safer than ever.
But yet, because of the negative publicity it's gotten, the numbers are going down.
He says helmet companies are using new technology to prevent injuries.
They've got like sensors and stuff in it that goes directly to trainers.
Danville is another high school using sensors in helmets. Huntsville Hospital's Michael Stevenson adds those helmets are part of an ongoing debate.
There's still a lot of studies being done on how useful that kind of technology is, but there are sensors inside some helmets that will tell you, what kind of forces each particular player is taking.
Huntsville High coach Mark Fleetwood says head injuries come when helmets are used as a weapon.
Because you remember football started out with a leather helmet and you didn't have all of this, and then all of a sudden I think the helmet comes in and then the helmet gets misused.
Youth football has dropped 7% since 2009. That's according to the National Federation of State High School Associations. In Hampton Cove, the youth league has gone from 8 teams to 2.
I don't think you're going to see a development of CTE from youth league sports. The impact's not as great. The strength and size of the players are not mass times velocity squared. It's not there in the youth league.
CTE is a degenerative brain disease some athletes develop after repeated brain trauma.
People aren't playing football as much, some because of parents, and I feel like that some people see statistics and they're like, oh, well, that's a number, so the number makes it look a lot worse.
Rules are changing. David Bell has been an official in the Tennessee Valley for 37 years. He says new penalties are in place for player safety.
We want to get the players playing lower and take the head out of the game.
A targeting penalty is given when a player uses their head to hit another player above the shoulders. Refs have also implemented a blindside block penalty. That means
if a player cannot see you coming at him to block him, they can't hit you with their full body. They have to use their hands.
All of that technique and all of that stuff is being translated from the NFL to the colleges, to the high schools, to the youth leagues.
Coach Fleetwood says head up, eyes up, and hit with your shoulders.
I think it's really important that, as the game moves forward, that it is taught the right way.
Michael Stevenson says another thing players can do is communicate to their trainers and coaches. Don't try to be tough and cover up an injury. If something is wrong, say something. Guys, back to you.